Texas farmers lost 9 million to predators in 1 year. Then 1-800-DONKEYS showed up and changed everything. Guard dogs cost thousands of dollars. Electric fences require constant maintenance. Traps and poison kill indiscriminately. Guns require permits and constant vigilance. I'm Patrick, and this is Speculative Science, where we examine the moments when nature provides solutions technology can't match. In 1988, Texas ranchers were hemorrhaging money, $9 million annually to coyotes, wolves, and wild dogs tearing through livestock. They tried everything: sirens, propane cannons, high-voltage fencing. Nothing worked. Then someone had a ridiculous idea. What if we used donkeys? A year later, 1-800-DONKEYS were guarding Texas ranches, and the predator problem solved. But here's what nobody tells you. Donkeys aren't just cheaper than guard dogs. They're meaner, smarter, and way more aggressive than anyone expected. Stay with me, because this gets weird. The hated enemy. Let's start with a simple biological fact that explains everything. Donkeys have an inherent dislike and aggressiveness toward coyotes and dogs. Not learned behavior, not trained response, instinct. It doesn't matter if the canine is a wolf, coyote, fox, or your neighbor's golden retriever. To a donkey, anything that resembles a dog is the enemy, and donkeys don't negotiate. When a donkey detects a threat, here's what happens. First, a loud, piercing bray that alerts the farmer and scares the predator. The sound alone can discourage predators from approaching. Second, the chase. Donkeys don't just stand their ground. They actively pursue threats, and they're fast when they want to be. Third, if the predator doesn't retreat, the donkey attacks. They stand upright and stomp at or on the predator, which can injure or kill it. Those hooves, powerful enough to crush bones. A NSW farmer in Australia had up to 30 sheep killed by dingoes each night. After deploying 2 trained donkeys, 0 killings were recorded over the next 3 years. 0 in 3 years. That's not luck, that's effectiveness.
500. You sell me donkey. I don't know what it is, but you have got it.
The statistics don't lie. Now wait, you're probably thinking, Patrick, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Fair question. Let me show you the data. The 1995 Ontario Predator study found that about 70% of guard donkeys were rated excellent or good at providing flock protection. That's a 70% success rate, not perfect, but significantly better than most alternatives. However, and this is critical, that effectiveness ranged from total elimination of predation to having absolutely no impact while causing problems within the flock. Translation: donkeys work great when managed properly, but when managed poorly, they can become liabilities. Here's the reality check. A University of Nebraska survey found that less than 24% of donkeys are effective livestock guardians. That contradicts the 70% figure from Ontario. So what's the truth? Both statistics are correct. They just measure different things. The 70% figure comes from farmers who selected, trained, and managed donkeys properly. The 24% figure includes everyone who bought a donkey, threw it in a pasture, and hoped for the best. For maximum effectiveness, use only 1 gelded male or female donkey per group of 200-300. Sheep in small open pastures. Remove the donkey during lambing to prevent accidental injuries to lambs. Not all donkeys make good guardians. Some can be overly aggressive with sheep, chasing them, nipping at ears, preventing access to feed, or even killing lambs. So donkeys work, but only under specific conditions. The intelligence factor. But here's what shocked me most while researching this. Donkeys are smarter than we give them credit for. A 2013 study by the Donkey Sanctuary found that donkeys can learn and solve problems as quickly as dolphins or dogs. That's not hyperbole, that's peer-reviewed science. Dr. Nora Matthews at Texas A&M University, who studied donkeys for over 15 years, says outright, donkeys are smarter than horses, and that intelligence creates problems. Because smart animals don't just follow orders, they make decisions. In 2018, a herd of sheep and goats in West Covina, California, went for a nighttime walk through suburban streets. Leading them, a donkey who'd somehow figured out how to open the pen gate. Police tried to return the animals, but the donkey refused to cooperate. It took the sheriff and the owner working together to herd them back. That's not random escape, that's planning. That's a donkey deciding it wanted to go for a walk and bringing its entire flock along for the adventure. The cost comparison. Now let's talk money, because this is where donkeys really shine. Initial cost. Guard donkeys range from $500 to $800 depending on training and quality. Purebred livestock guardian dogs cost $1,000 or more. Annual maintenance. Donkeys cost $150 to $200 per year for feed, hoof trimming, and minor care. Dogs require $700 to $1,500 annually for vet checks, vaccinations, lab tests, and dental care alone. Plus $120 for food. Lifespan. Donkeys live 25-30 years on average. Some reach 60. Dogs average 10-15 years. Over a 20-year period, a single donkey costs roughly $4,500 total. A guard dog costs $18,000. And donkeys eat the same grass the livestock eat. No special diet required. That's why by 1999, about 9% of sheep producers in the United States were using donkeys to protect livestock, not because they're perfect, but because they're cost-effective. The dark side. But let's be honest, donkeys aren't a miracle solution. Donkeys are social animals that form strong bonds with other donkeys. Their need to bond is a survival instinct so strong that a donkey who loses its bonded pair can die from stress. Donkeys can only achieve deep REM sleep when another equine stands guard. Without this, they become sleep-deprived and exhibit erratic, aggressive behavior. Farmers frequently call donkey rescues asking them to remove donkeys that did more damage to the livestock in one season than all the predators combined. Over all the years, at least once per year, donkey rescues receive photos of donkeys mauled by predators, especially miniature donkeys, which should never be used as guardians. And here's the most critical limitation. If predation involves mountain lions, bears, wolves, or packs of aggressive dogs, donkeys are not effective. They'll try to fight, but they'll lose. For large or pack predators, you need multiple livestock guardian dogs or more aggressive measures. Now conclusion. So the truth, donkeys work, but only when used correctly. They're perfect for deterring coyotes, foxes, and stray dogs in open pastures with small to medium herds. They're cost-effective, low maintenance, and long-lived. But they're not magic. They require proper selection, training, bonding time, and management. And they have limitations that can't be ignored. Australia has been so successful with guardian donkeys that they've developed the last Stop Donkey program, removing feral donkeys from areas where they cause environmental damage and retraining them as livestock guardians. It's proof that when managed properly, donkeys can be incredibly effective. But when managed poorly, they're just expensive, stubborn problems with hooves. This has been Speculative Science. I'm Patrick, and I hope this story makes you reconsider what animals are capable of. If you want more stories about unexpected solutions from nature, hit subscribe. Drop a comment. What other unconventional farming practices should I cover? What other surprising animal partnerships exist? And remember, next time someone calls you stubborn as a mule, take it as a compliment. Because donkeys are smarter, tougher, and more effective than most people realize. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and whatever you do, don't underestimate a donkey.